17 hours and 1,251 miles. It is 5:20 a.m. Welcome to Connecticut. Welcome to Connecticut. Here we are, we're officially starting our 1,200-mile road trip. This is the beginning, and yes, we do indeed have an end goal of where we're gonna end up, but that's for me to worry about. You guys will find out quite soon though. Right now, I am in New Jersey. If you guys didn't know, I'm from Rhode Island. We started from Rhode Island this morning with just under 18 hours in the drive. Right now, we're at like 14 and a half hours left in our adventure. But my biggest worry this morning was to get through New York City and some of the New Jersey Turnpike, because those are my least favorite roads ever. So I wanted to make sure we got through that before, and now I feel much better. Rhode Island is right here. This is indeed the state that I live in. I live in about, I would say, northern Rhode Island. We went through all of Connecticut. We went through this little section of New York City right here. And I would say we're probably around here, so we're almost in Pennsylvania. And then we're just gonna, we're just gonna continue down. I have driven very, very far by myself plenty of times, but 18 hours is definitely going to be my longest solo ever. Lila and I drove to Florida last summer, which was 22 hours of driving. And I would say I did about 70% of the driving, and she did about 30% of the driving. So I'm very confident that I'm capable of doing this by myself. Am I going to make it to our final destination tonight? Probably not. I'm thinking we're gonna get stuck somewhere in Richmond, Virginia area, but preferably I'd like to go even further than that, but we'll see. We're just gonna drive all day. The first thing you guys saw this morning was at 6 a.m. It's now 10 o'clock. I've taken 2 stops because I wanted breakfast and I wanted coffee, and now we're on the road. We're in New Jersey right now. Let's head to Pennsylvania and let's keep going south. Not saying that our final destination is Florida down there, because I know you guys are probably all thinking Florida because I'm going down the coast, but the state that we're going to isn't even on that map I just showed you guys. This is super exciting. This trip has definitely been planned pretty thoroughly, so it feels weird for it to finally be here, but it's here and I'm excited. So let's keep adventuring down south and join me in this adventure that is going to be extremely epic. All right, enough talking. We have a ton of hours and a lot of ground that we need to cover. We have 14 hours to go, and we are in Baltimore, Maryland. I believe Maryland is known for crabs. Like, I'm pretty positive that's like the blue crab's capital of the world, basically. That's not too bad. I put 60 bucks in and it got me a little bit over half a tank. It's not great considering I had a quarter of a tank. So realistically, 60 bucks only got me a little bit more than a quarter of a tank. It takes me like 150 bucks to fill this truck up. Let's start off by saying this trip is kind of on a whim. Yes, I have certain things planned, but for the most part, we're just going. I'm gonna end up probably in Atlanta, Georgia. I would love to go to Charleston. I'm going to Richmond, Virginia. I'm gonna hit a bunch of cities, a bunch of towns, and meet up with a couple of people. But, you know, if I'm going to be in your area, like some of the areas I just named, just let me know. I'm obviously not name dropping the state that we're heading to for our final destination, but we are headed south in that direction. And when I leave the state of which is our end goal on the way home, I really want to go to Charleston, really, really bad. I have a couple of friends in Charleston. I would love to finally go to Atlanta, Georgia for the first time. I've driven near it, but I've never been able to like stop and explore Atlanta. Not really the city necessarily. I maybe grab like a dinner there at like a well-known Georgia, Atlanta place or something. I don't know, it's all over the place right now. So many things are in line for this trip, and we're gonna be on the road for 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe even more. That's the thing, I have no idea. It's gonna be day by day. How am I feeling today? I'm still gonna stay out. I have enough clothes, resources, and everything you'd possibly imagine for me to live out of this truck for months and months and forever if I really needed to. So we're just going with the flow. Things are planned, but I also left a lot of room for not planned things so that we can experience things on the whim, which always ends up working out better than the planned stuff anyways. So figured I'd throw that out there. This is gonna be a crazy road trip. I can't believe I finally got up and left. It was hard to make the push to finally go on a big trip because there's so many things that are telling me, well, this could go wrong, that could go wrong, and then I'll have a moment of, okay, but there's so much more that could go right, and it's hard. I mean, it's hard, but I pulled the trigger and I'm so happy. There's absolutely no turning around now. I'm coming. You guys don't know where I'm going, but I'm coming. Crab Shack. Fat Boy's Crab House. And liquor store. Crabs. Right now we are in Virginia. I think that says Caroline High School. So I guess I'm in probably like Caroline, Virginia, if that's a thing. I don't know. We're somewhere in Virginia. We're pretty dang close to Richmond. My goal right now is to go to Aldi's. If you don't know what Aldi's is, it's a supermarket. I have an Aldi's very close to my home in Rhode Island. And they have this ramen, like instant ramen packet that is so good. And it's like the only thing I'm craving right now. And I really should be eating. So I found an Aldi's in Richmond, which is, we're gonna pass right through it, and we're gonna go there. So we're gonna go to Aldi's, go to the supermarket. We're about 36-ish, 35 minutes, whatever it just said on my maps. So we're pretty close. And then from Richmond, Virginia to Charlotte, North Carolina is like 5 hours away, 4.5 hours away, give or take. And I think I want to make it to Charlotte, North Carolina tonight, if I'm being honest. I don't know if I can do it. It's currently 2:28, and I've been driving since 5 a.m., 5:30-ish. So, I mean, it's a lot of driving, but I think I might be able to make it to Charlotte, North Carolina tonight. I'm going to make some food. We're going to go to Aldi's, hang out in Richmond, Virginia for a little bit, and see if I can make it. I don't want to push myself too much. But all the adrenaline when it comes to driving is always on the first day. So like tomorrow, my adrenaline for driving is not going to be as high as it is today. So I kind of want to take advantage. Dang, what is the speed limit? Is everyone just slow in Virginia? I'm confused. Well, I've walked around the entire store and it doesn't look like they have the ramen that mine has. So now I don't know what to do for dinner / lunch / breakfast. Not the best haul at all. My health is back at home is so much better. I don't really know what to do. I'm not comfortable cooking here at all because it is kind of a little bit of a sketchier area, so I definitely don't want to cook here. So I'm just gonna drive until I tap out and I'm really hungry, and then we can cook up the concoction of food that I just bought, because it is a interesting assortment of food I purchased. 48 more minutes, 61 more miles. I listened to my gut, and my gut was telling me that Richmond, Virginia was not a place I wanted to camp. So I kind of told myself I needed to make it to North Carolina tonight. I don't know how to pronounce the town or city, so I apologize. I think it's Riley, I don't know. Which is absolutely crazy how many miles that we covered today. So really proud of ourselves. But I'm starving, exhausted, and just quite frankly, I just want to walk around. I need to stretch my legs, but I refuse to stop until I get to North Carolina. I don't know why. I did find a campsite, or not a campsite, but a place to camp. It's free. I use a website. I think it's called freecampsites.net. I don't know. Freecampsites.net is, I think, the name of it. Not sponsored. It's not an app. It is a website. So it found me this little spot. I only looked quickly, and it was in North Carolina, kind of on our route. Woohoo! Can't wait to sleep and eat. Woo! That said, welcome to North Carolina, baby. As I'm pulling down this road, it is almost too good to be true that this camping spot is free. So I just asked these two really nice gentlemen walking, and I was like, are you sure like this is free? And he was like, yeah, it's a free campsite. I would have never, this isn't mapped, it's nothing, I just found it on that website. We lucked out heavily. What a day. And what an absolute gem of a find that I just had. This is going to be an awesome spot tonight, and I'm going to sleep really well here knowing that this is a pretty safe spot. I might pull forward a little bit, but this is so sick. There's a fire pit at every single little pull off. So this is our little setup. I probably won't use it tonight, maybe in the morning, depends. And then obviously here's the beautiful truck camping setup. Oh, it is time to get cooking. I can't believe we made it to North Carolina tonight. It's not fancy, but she'll do. Well, I guess we have to taste it first. Whoa. I put a lot of cheese on it, and it makes a huge difference. We didn't have time to get fancy. I'm just happy to be here. Couple of random ingredients from Aldi's, and we made magic happen. Time to get her locked up for the night. All right, this morning, ignore my rusty knife, but This morning we started all the way over here in northern Rhode Island, went through Connecticut, New York, blah 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 blah, Delaware, Maryland, New Jersey, Washington DC, and then we went through Richmond, Virginia, which I did not enjoy. Gave me kind of a weird, I don't know, especially the area that I went in, I didn't feel that safe, so I was like, you know what, whatever, went on my phone and then found a campsite right around here. We're still in northern North Carolina, and then tomorrow I would love to get through South Carolina, and maybe we spend tomorrow night in Atlanta. I'm not quite sure. We should have almost been to Atlanta tonight, but there was so much traffic in the New Jersey Turnpike, and there's so much traffic in New York, but we are officially in North Carolina. I think we drove about 12 hours this morning. I left around 5, and then we just got here a little bit after 6, like 6:03 or something. So yeah, it was a 12-hour day of driving, and we still have 9.5 more hours to go until we get to where we need to be. 9.5 more hours. I'm barely halfway through, but it's all right. I really do enjoy driving, so it's I'm like acting like it's a bad thing, but it's okay. Just gas money. That's really the only downfall right now. But I'm exhausted. When I tell you guys I'm exhausted, I don't even know. I probably won't even remember this conversation, and then I'll go to edit this video and I'll be like, oh my god, I sound psycho. That's how tired I am. I'm gonna hit the hay. Hello, North Carolina. Good night, North Carolina. Good morning. Rise and shine. It's currently like 7:45. I fell asleep last night at like 7, maybe even 6:30. So that means we got 12 plus hours of sleep. Yeah. That was crazy. I was exhausted. I wasn't kidding. So now today we continue. No giving up. Keep going, folks. We got an end goal in mind, and we can't stop right now, that's for sure. I look a mess, I apologize, but I quickly wanted to also say, I've been thinking a lot, and I'm very thankful that I have people that made it so hard to leave. Like, I feel like including myself, I'm looking at this as, wow, like, I'm not strong enough to leave, blah, 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 which I am because I left to go on this trip. But it's like, no, you got to think about it as, like, the people in your life are making it so much harder to leave. And that is such a positive thing. Like, I'm very grateful that I have people in my life that do make it a little bit more difficult to leave because, you know, I have people that carry love for me, which is so cool. I don't know, it just took a lot out of me to leave for this trip. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be super easy to leave, and then right before I left, it like all hit me, and I was like, wow, like, this is crazy. Don't be scared to go on these trips. I promise you, no one's going anywhere, and when you get home, you get home. I recommend it to pretty much anyone to just pick up and go. Like, man, last night I had a little bit of a worry of where I was going to sleep, considering I've never been in this area in my entire life, but I did it, and I'm so happy that I did, because we ended up finding a really good camp spot, and everything's going to happen for a reason. So just do your part in life and figure out what you want. If you want to go on a road trip, go on a road trip. You want to go explore places, go explore places. Like, you want to go catch that 10-pound bass, go catch that 10-pound bass. You know? You gotta have it in your mindset. You have to stay so positive. I don't know what I'm really getting at right now, but I'm just trying to get at the fact that I worry a lot in life about things. Too much. More than the average person. I overthink everything. And I'm finally getting to the point in my life where I'm trying to stop that because I've realized it and I've acknowledged it, and it sucks. I tell myself every day to stop worrying about things and just do it, and those are always the most fun and the most cool stories ever. And just, as long as you're safe, do it. Stop listening to that little voice in your head telling you that you're scared no, stop listening to that little voice in your head that's telling you you should be scared, and what if this goes wrong? What if that goes wrong? We'll never know what goes wrong unless you just do it. Get out of your comfort zone is the best thing I can say to you guys right now. I'm so happy I just pulled the trigger and I left. There's so many things telling me don't do it. You know, your truck won't make it. What if your transmission finally blows after that mistake we had? What if your truck cap won't work, and blah, blah, blah. What about all the bugs that are probably going to get into your truck cap now since your window doesn't work? Whatever. Who the hell cares? Because I don't know the answers to those questions unless I try. So, I don't know. It's just a lot of thoughts. I'm very blessed I had people that made it so hard for me to leave on this trip, but I'm so happy that I left to go on this trip. Because I'm going to be on the road for quite some time, and I'm so excited to find myself and explore things about myself that I've never even knew. You know? I also look like I got hit by a bus this morning. I'm going to do my hair for you guys so next time you guys see me, I look a little bit better. For my sake, not just yours. Alright, let's get to South Carolina. Let's get out of North Carolina, which is going to take me a couple of hours, but we got this. I need to find a little section where I can just pull over and like get dressed, because I want to get ready for the day and like changed, kind of freshen up a little bit. But in order to do that, I can't really do it in this gas station. I gotta find a spot. Welcome center, free reservations, travel services. That was a terrible filming job, but we are officially in South Carolina. So goodbye, North Carolina. Thank you for last night. South Carolina. We officially did it. We got to another state. The goal is to get to Georgia though. We still have 4.5 hours, and it says we'll be there around 3:30. So hopefully we get to Georgia tonight. Just keep on driving and see how far we get. I'll keep you guys updated if anything exciting happens. It looks like it's gonna downpour, but I'm not quite sure. It may or may not rain. We'll see. But I'll see you guys hopefully in Georgia. Officially in Georgia. Woo! Welcome to Georgia, baby. Well, I was gonna fish here, but it is very private, so I'm gonna find somewhere else for us to fish. But I really just want to fish quickly. I don't see any signs here, but we're in such a residential area. I'm definitely a little nervous. So I'm gonna get everything I can pretty quickly and start fishing before someone says I can't be here, but I don't see any signs right now, at least at this spot. There's always a dog. Oh, there's a bass. There's a bass. No way, there's a bass right there. Oh, I ripped it right out of his mouth. go. Oh yeah, first fish of the trip. Let's go. Wow, that is a super skinny fish. Well, wow, so skinny. The truck is literally right there. That's awesome. First fish of the trip. Thank you, bud. I appreciate you. Even though I lost an absolute giant, that does make up for it just because, again, first fish of the trip. I'll take that all day. We got a fish. Lost a giant, but we caught one. It's okay, it happens. We're somewhere in Newnan, Georgia. It's beautiful. There's so much to do here. It's crazy. And I'm gonna grab some food, and then there's a Starbucks and a Panera right over here where I can go and edit and, you know, do a little computer work and whatnot, because I have to upload a video for you guys as in like yesterday, but I can't find any Wi-Fi anywhere, so that's been an issue, but it's fine. We're gonna work through that. We're gonna find Wi-Fi hopefully like literally right now. Golden Corral. Oh my god, there's really I thought that was a myth that they existed. Anyways, we caught a fish. Sun's going down. My mom got nervous and told me to book a hotel because I have no idea where I'm camping tonight. Mom, I know you're watching this. I will be safe. Now, with that being said, let's go get some food. Thank you, Panera Bread. Free Wi-Fi is the best thing ever created. Alright, we got one camper, we got two camper. If you can't see, we are at Walmart. I think I might camp with these guys. And ooh, that's totally someone sleeping in that van. Not to be creepy, but there's no shot someone's not asleep in that van. That's totally a camper. I love when I also see other campers camping in a spot that I'm about to camp, because it's like, yes, take advantage of these free campsites. But still, I mean, why are you gonna go somewhere? Like, there's a campsite down the street. I always look to see what's nearby, and there's a campsite down the street. $40 for the night. For what, ma'am? For what? To breathe the same air as other campers? I don't get it. Campsites are outrageously expensive. We didn't get crazy lucky for a campsite tonight like we did last night. I did more research, and the place that we slept last night is a campground only like 5 months out of the year, and it's for hunting. So that's where people park and hunt at night or overnight and all that fun stuff. So it was really cool. It's free for hunters. Obviously, I wasn't hunting, and neither was anyone that was camping there that night, because that place was booked with people everywhere. I got the last campsite last night, but it was really cool. Yeah, they just have it for people who are camping and hunting, but we were just camping. So we were at Walmart. I parked in between these two campers, and I'm gonna get locked up for the night and get nice and cozy as you can get in a Walmart parking lot. It is so cozy when all the curtains are closed. Heck yeah. Good night. Good morning. We didn't sleep in like we did yesterday, but we still slept, which is awesome. Final map update for you guys. Well, of this video at least. We started here in northern Rhode Island, went stopped in Richmond right here, and was like, and then went over here to northern North Carolina, spent the night, and then yesterday I drove and we were just south of Atlanta. So this is where we are. We started here, and now we're all the way over there, and we did that in just about 2 days, probably honestly less than 2 days. We just stopped so much and took breaks. Absolutely nuts. Nuts. My hair is a mess. I'm a mess. I think I'm gonna spend today in maybe southern Georgia before we cross over to other states and get to our destination. But in the next video, we will 100% be at our destination. But hopefully you guys enjoyed like the traveling and driving with me and spending 2 nights with me in my truck and whatnot. But it's been fun. But I'm really excited to say that either tonight or tomorrow we will be at our destination, and I'm so excited for that. I'm also going to go to Panera again and take advantage of how good that Wi-Fi was yesterday, so I can upload maybe another video. We'll see. It's all up to the free Wi-Fi. But yeah, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys I would have never had the guts to pull the trigger and go on this trip. So you guys play a big part of helping me in this without even probably realizing it. So thank you. I'm gonna acknowledge it now and say thank you. But I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. The next video we will be at our final destination, so get ready. I'm super excited, and hopefully you guys are too. But that's all I got. Good morning, good night. I'm gonna start my day, and I'll see you guys on the next adventure as we travel down south.